It's VOA's Fast Five for Wednesday, February 10th. Today's headline, things just got real in U.S. politics. Tuesday's Democratic and Republican primaries in New Hampshire, pretty much the unofficial, official, honest-to-goodness beginning of the U.S. presidential race. And the results, well, they're providing no greater clarity as to how exactly this race is going to shake out. Well, first to the Democrats, and as expected, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders won handily over former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. In his victory speech, Senator Sanders underscored the main themes of his campaign success.
We have sent the message that will echo from Wall Street to Washington, from Maine to California. And that is that the government of our great country belongs to all of the people and not just a handful of wealthy campaign contributors and their super PACs.
For her part, Secretary Clinton was gracious in defeat. She had a few weeks to prepare for it after all, but vowed to press on.
African American parents shouldn't have to worry that their children will be harassed, humiliated, even shot because of the color of their skin. Immigrant families shouldn't have to lie awake at night listening for a knock on the door. LGBT Americans shouldn't be fired from their jobs because of who they are or who they love. And let's finally deliver something long overdue, equal pay for women in this economy.
Coming up next, the Republican field gets even more complicated.
I'm Jim Malone, and I work the political beat. I cover what drives the political issues in the United States, what voters think, what drives the candidates, how public opinion shifts on one issue or another. It keeps you in touch with the American people and where they want the country to go. It's a great way to get a window on what's happening in the United States. I'm Jim Malone, and my beat is U.S. politics.
There are still officially 8 Republican presidential hopefuls, but the big winner last night, or should that be huge, is billionaire Donald Trump, who earned 35% of the vote. Now, that's almost, but not quite, the same percentage as the next 3 finishers combined. In his victory speech, Mr. Trump promised his win was just the start of more winning for him and the country.
America great again. We have the greatest business people right now in the world. They call me all the time. They want to be involved. We have political hacks negotiating our deals for billions and billions and billions of dollars. Not going to happen anymore. We're going to use the finest business people in the world. We are going to do something so good and so fast and so strong, and the world is going to respect us again. Believe me.
For his part, Ohio Governor John Kasich had basically taken up residence in New Hampshire. He surged to a surprise second-place finish, despite his somewhat laconic campaign and rhetorical style.
You know, we're 1% in the national polls, and people are like, how can you ever win? And then, things are just, we're walking in a total obscurity up here. And Gordon Humphrey sends me an email, and he says, this is the hot plate that changed the world. Guys are sleeping on mattresses in the campaign headquarters, and they hold up a hot plate where they're eating their food. That's how you win elections. That's how you do it.
So what happens next? That after this.
VOA, telling America's story for more than 70 years.
The voice speaking from America and the war.
VOA exports America's most powerful product, freedom of speech. In parts of the world, information is scarce and oppression real. VOA, sharing a voice that says, we report the truth.
Well, for the next 2.5 weeks, voters in Nevada and South Carolina will be trading off primaries and caucuses there. But then once March starts, we have the big jackpot states. Those are Georgia, Texas, Michigan, Florida, North Carolina, and Ohio. Stay with voanews.com for all of the latest through the whole process. That's it for today. See you again tomorrow.